it's Christine Grace. Welcome back to my channel. Today's another reaction video. Like the video on your way in. Let's get straight into it.
I'm so tired of dating, which is fun, and generally I enjoy it. But I am tired of my weeknights being spent getting dressed up. I just want someone to come over and lay on the couch.
Maybe stop dating then and get in a long-term relationship.
So I can feel someone's body heat. That isn't this guy. He's sick of me too. He's sick of it. They want me home. They want me on the couch. They want a new dad. They want a father. This is a home without a male figure. They're sick of it.
This is what dating is like, if you want to know. I was on a date with a guy that I've known for years, and he told me that people that take medication are psychopaths. And afterwards I said, oh, I've been on medication, I have depression. And then he said, yeah, depression's fake. Depression is literally not real. You can have that opinion, but maybe don't say it.
Okay.
Maybe keep your mouth shut.
He could say the same to you.
I don't know. And
for the record, I also don't think medication helps with depression. Just putting that out there. I don't think it helps. I think it just numbs something. I also think far too many people think they have depression when really they just don't have any motivation in their life and they're just sad or lonely. You know, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that maybe medication for people with like schizophrenia and things like that is probably wise. But just depression and anxiety, like, I don't think you should be numbing that with depression. I know people do, and if that works for you and you're happy with that, like, fine. Obviously, like, what do I know? I'm not a medical professional, but in my personal opinion, I have tried antidepressants before when I was 18. I tried an SSRI, and I tried it for a couple of months and I found it just numbed it. For me, what really helped was psychotherapy. That actually really helped me. I got prescribed like anxiety medication as well, but once I like Googled what they were and what they do, I was like far too scared to take them. So I never ended up taking them. And you know what helped with my anxiety? Just being in the world. Just being in the world, my anxiety, not my anxiety, being anxious. What helped with feeling anxious was just being in the world and doing stuff and talking to people. And yeah, I'm a big advocate for humans helping humans. I'm not a big advocate for medications helping humans. Obviously they're needed in some circumstances, but I think they're overly prescribed nowadays.
maybe don't be so small-minded. You can still sympathize with people about something that you don't have. And you're lucky that
Maybe he does. Maybe he's just found a better way of dealing with it.
you don't have to experience it. But
Oh gosh, yeah, women have it so much worse. Women are far more likely to be depressed. Girl, have you read a statistic about depression ever?
okay.
I just don't care anymore. That's it. I don't care.
If you don't care, why do you feel the need to come on the internet and tell us you don't care? If you really didn't care, you wouldn't bother to do this.
I don't care. I've given up. You know, I go on a date the other night, right? Guy's like, I found you online. You found me online? Good. What do you want? A prize? Like, what do you want me to tell you? You found me online. Great. And what I look like with my hair in rollers and no makeup on. There you go. You saw the worst of it.
Can y'all settle an argument I'm having? Imagine you're a 33-year-old man on Hinge. What is an appropriate age to set your minimum age preference at?
19?
So you know how on Hinge you can set your age preferences to 18 to 100, or I don't know what the minimum and maximum are. But if you're 33-year-old man, how low can you go?
19.
Yes, I know legally it's like 18, but morally, ethically.
You see, this is what they do. They try and criminalize you for having biological preferences. Now, am I suggesting all 33-year-old men are going to go for a 19-year-old? Of course not. Some people, they want someone a bit more mature, fine. But there are dudes that do want someone who's 19, and that's fine. That's fine. If that 19-year-old has been raised by a good family, is sound of mind, and understands what she's doing, that's fine. And if she's not, if they're both consenting adults, that's fine. As long as no one's getting hurt, like, that's fine.
What is that number? I'm having a disagreement with someone right now about this.
Yeah, because you're old. Because you're old and you don't like the fact that you've got competition that is far more attractive than you. Like, it's fine. You know, it sucks to get old. I am a woman too. I know I certainly don't look how I did when I was 19. Sucks. But to say, like, you know, it's ethically and morally wrong for a guy to want to go with a girl who's more younger and more attractive and more fertile than you, like, come on. This is what women do with their language. You know, they try and make it out. She says, like, I know legally it's 18, but ethically and morally. It's like, do you not think that the law implies morals and ethics? Because if it doesn't, then what's the point in laws? You know? And I know you women love the laws.
And I'd like to know the public's opinion. For me personally...
No one asked. You've asked what the men think, and you still can't help but give your input.
As a woman, I can't imagine going... I have a number in my head, I'm not going to tell you. I can't imagine going below that number. But I feel like for guys, for some reason, they're willing to go way lower.
Biology.
Can someone explain the science behind the fact that I get ignored at any retail store that I go to? So they won't acknowledge me, they won't ask if I need help, but like if somebody walks in right behind me, they'll ask them, say hi to them, not me. I can walk around aimlessly for 20 minutes and I get ignored. What's that about?
I don't know. Maybe you smell. I don't know. This just shows you the kind of person that she is, though. Like, to even notice that, you're that self-centered that you're able to notice if people are talking to you, like, but you can notice that they're talking to the people behind you. Like, how do you even notice that? Like, what are you paying attention to? You're paying attention to how much attention other people are giving you. That just screams narcissist.
This makes sense to me. I'm talking to a guy from Raya who just moved to Chicago. We talk about how we love coffee shops. I say my favorite coffee shop. He's out of town. He comes back, I think 3-4 days later into town. The very next morning, he goes to the coffee shop without me to get a coffee.
Because maybe he didn't have time to fully hang out with you, but he had time to stop for a quick coffee and he didn't want to be rude by inviting you along knowing that he's going to have to blow you off after half an hour. Maybe he'd rather spend quality time with you where he's not in between meetings or in between this and that. Like, the question you should really be asking is there a good reason for this? And if you can't come up with it in your own mind, maybe ask him.
I'm so confused. Like, didn't you want to ask me on a date there? Like, why would you just take... I don't understand. I'm just so confused. Why would you go to my favorite coffee shop without asking me to meet you there?
Because men don't think like women.
And I even said, like, oh my God, that's so funny. I'm on my way there. I'm going to be there soon. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to leave. And I'm like, I'm just... Man... You confuse me as a species, really, truly.
I mean, maybe he's just not interested. In which case, why don't you ask that? Ask, are you interested in me, or are we just friends?
Sorry to all the feminists for what I'm about to say, but I unfortunately do want a man to boss me around. I want a man to tell me what to do. I want a man to tell me to shut up and stay put. Listen, I have more masculine energy than half these men out here nowadays. I boss people around all day. The last thing I want to do is lead in our relationship. No, thank you. No, thank you. And listen, girls, the way you know if a man is really a masculine at his core is the way you receive his energy. You can't fake energy. If a man gives you an order and you immediately reject it with like, who the hell do you think you are? You probably have more masculine energy than he does. He's just being toxic. But when a man is really leading and he's a real masculine man, you'll feel protected. You'll want to be led, and you'll feel like a little girl. You'll be like, yes, daddy. You'll accept it. So you can't fake this, okay? Don't try to fake it. But yeah, unfortunately, I do need to be told to shut up.
There's a level of self-awareness that I can get behind on that video. A level. I don't think she's quite there.
What do you mean you don't have a boyfriend? You're so pretty. What do you mean you have 0 men in your phone? What do you mean you've gone 8 months without... What do you mean? That makes no sense. Yeah, well, combine pretty with intelligent, strong, successful, slaying at life.
Humble.
You've got a very terrifying woman on your hands. A very not easy woman on your hands, right? Men don't like that. Men do not like me.
No, men don't like obnoxious, self-entitled women who just scream, "There's no place for you in my life. You've got it all, girl. You've got it all." So where does a man fit into? Where does a man fit in your life if you've got it all? You're just screaming, "I'm not available."
Men are very, very terrified of me. And the men who...
Yeah, I'm sure they are squirming. Absolutely terrified. You've got it right.
...do like me, the ones that are attracted to me, are unavailable. Men who are in relationships actively. And uggo weirdos. Because at the end of the day...
So she's not attracted to them. They're not weirdos. They're just not her type.
Hey, I am merely just a fantasy. I am not a real human because of the pretty and scary. So yes...
I feel like you can't help people like this.
Babe, I'm alone. I'm very, 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 very single.
Lovely.
So, I just have a question. Where are the men? Genuinely asking from a woman who is single in her 40s. I've done the dating apps. I've done it. I'm
They're not looking for 40-year-olds, I'm afraid. They're just not.
done with it. I'm done. But I've noticed the last couple of men that I've dated, gone on dates with, they want to be chased.
Okay.
They want to be courted. They want to be the woman. When did this happen?
When women started having unrealistic expectations and offering absolutely nothing in return. So men have now realized that in the modern day and age, we need them way more than they need us. And they also know that we can survive pretty well on our own without them, which we scream from all rooftops. So that natural instinct to protect us that men have, they're not so worried about it anymore because they know that we'll be fine regardless, because of the convenience of day-to-day modern life, and also because we love to tell them how much we can survive without them. So why would they bother? Why would they?
Why did this happen? When did this happen? Where are the men that actually want to be men and be gentlemen and be chivalrous?
Well, why would they? Why would they? And also, like, why are you not asking the question, why am I still single at 40?
And be respectful and want to do all the manly things. Where are you people? Honestly, where are you people?
Probably already married, maybe?
I don't understand this. It's like they are waiting for me to ask them out on a date.
So do it.
They're waiting for me to say, "Oh, are you available Friday night?"
So do it.
Like, hello. When did this happen? And I'm talking about middle-aged men here. I'm not talking about guys in their 20s. And honestly, maybe I should start dating younger people. I don't know. But I'm talking about middle-aged, over-the-hill, balding men. And there's nothing wrong with going bald, by the way. I'm just saying, like, you're past your prime. And
no, it doesn't work the same.
yet you think you
are past your prime.
should be the one being chased. You know,
Yeah, by a woman who's past her prime. Otherwise, they'd be chasing. If you were still in your prime, they'd probably be chasing.
would like to be in my feminine energy and be soft and pink.
How do you get to be in your feminine energy and be soft and pink when you're single at 40? I would be in ultra masculine survival mode by that point.
But I can't do that if you are in your feminine energy all the time and you're being soft and pink. It doesn't work that way. I don't want to be in my masculine energy. I want to just not have to think. I want you to call me and say, hey, are you available Friday, 8 o'clock? I'll come pick you up. Great. What is going on in the world?
This, exactly what you're doing. Women on TikTok just constantly complaining about how men aren't good enough.
I'm out here on Long Island. For those of you that don't know, it's in New York. Where are you people? Where are you masculine men? Where are you? I
See, this is the weird thing. It's like, what does she expect? Does she expect a bunch of men in her comments to be like, I'm here? Would she find that attractive? Would she find that masculine? I don't think so. I really don't. I don't think I would.
Like, I don't know. I just don't get it anymore.
I don't get it. I don't get it either. What are you trying to accomplish from doing this? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to be the result of this? You're going to have a masculine man DM you, hey, baby cakes, I saw that you posted that video. Well, I'm here to let you know I'm that masculine man that you're looking for. Like, is this a mating strategy? Because it's not going to work. She's then going to make another TikTok about how this really creepy dude messaged me saying he's a masculine man. Like, ew, who calls themselves masculine? It's just like, oh my gosh. TikTok was the worst thing to happen to humanity.
It's crazy. Anyway, that was my little rant. But genuinely asking, where are you people?
As a former madam, I'm going to tell you something most women don't want to hear.
What the hell is a madam?
You think you want a provider man, you want to be a sugar baby, you want someone to take care of you, but most of you are not cut out for that life. Getting someone to take care of you, it's not glamorous, it's hard work. Getting that man to do things for you will mean that you have to compromise a lot of your self-worth most of the time. And many of you are trying to finesse men who aren't prepared. They're actually looking to date you, and you're trying to figure out what you can say to get him to spend or what you can do to turn him into that provider man, and that's not a role he actually wants. So if you want to be about that life, then you have to be about that life. You have to start looking for men that actually want to be that role, and you have to look at yourself as a business and a monetization vehicle and approach dating that way. You literally can't be trying to turn regular men into tricks, and you have to think of yourself in a different way, and that is a hard leap for most women to make.
Oh, okay. So I think I get what she's saying. She's essentially saying what most women know, to the degree that they'll put themselves on OnlyFans, but then they won't, monetize themselves, treat themselves as a business for a man. But she's absolutely right. Like, a lot of women are going into relationships today wanting like a normal, loving relationship, but also wanting the man to be like a crazy provider. When it's like, it just doesn't work for most people in the modern day and age. So you need to decide what you want. If you're a normal gal and you want a normal, loving relationship that is built on love and care and trust for one another and a desire to build a future, which means that you're going to have to sacrifice on certain things. Maybe you don't get your nails or your hair done all the time. Maybe you have to work part-time. Like, maybe you split the dates until you decide, yeah, we're going to go forward with this and get married and whatever. Like, you can have the normal loving relationship, the being home together every night and spending weekends together, but you might have to work in the week. Like, you might not be able to live this glamorous lifestyle like she's describing. But if the glamorous lifestyle is what you want, you can have that too. You just have to understand, like, you're also going to have to give parts of yourself away. You're going to have to become, you know, literally whatever that dude wants you to be. Like, if he wants you to be a sex object, you're going to have to be a sex object. And that is what you pay in return for your glamorous lifestyle. You know, you won't get to see him all the time. You won't have the normal loving relationship. He won't be home every night after work. He might not even be home at weekends. He might have other girlfriends. Like, women don't understand that they can't have it all. And the worst thing we could have done is tell young girls, you can have it all. And that's the lie of feminism. That's the delusion of feminism. And it's been there for many years. And I only see it getting worse. And it's like, you want to raise children up. You want to tell them to have ambition. But there's a certain line where it becomes delusion. You know, we don't do the same to men. We say to men, like, yeah, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know, you can be strong, you can be this, you can be that. But really, we just want them to be workers. We just want them to keep society going. Whereas for women, it's like, you can be anything. You want to be a penguin? You can magically become one tomorrow. You want to own the planet? I'm sure we can find a way to do that. Like, it's just utterly ridiculous. And it hurts women as much as it hurts men. You know, because we're pushing men down in order to bring women up. And the level to which we're bringing women up, it's pure delusion. It's telling women you can have everything, and nothing in life works like that. If we could have everything, there'd be people who would want to be immortal. But there aren't. Life is a bittersweet pill. We all die at the end. We all give back in the end. We all go in the end. So, you know, life isn't, you can be anything and everything. Life is full of hope and full of joy to be had, and you can build incredible things. But you always have to give something in order to gain something. And we've told women that they don't have to give anything in order to gain. And that is a very dangerous mindset that is a slippery slope that leads to ultimately the destruction of the species. Because, I mean, why would men want to procreate with that kind of evil mindset? I don't know. That's just what I think. Why don't you let me know what you think in the comment section below? As always, if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up on your way out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to keep up to date with all of my content. And if you'd like to consider donating to the channel, you can do that by clicking the links in the description at buymeacoffee.com or via my PayPal link. And as always, guys, I will see you very soon in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.